Hi, my name is Dhruv Saraf and I recently secured an offer of admission from Claremont McKenna College and I achieved a score of 1530 in the SATs with the help of LessonBoard. My SAT journey with LessonBoard was a very streamlined process. The one thing that I liked about them more than any other is the flexibility that they offered me. When I looked around, most of my friends had to give mocks online and they had to stick to time routines. They had to stick and give it at 11 in the morning and give it at 9 in the morning, all sorts of times. But with LessonBoard, the one thing that I found was I could give the mock, a timed mock, whenever I was free. And that really helped me out in being able to give more mocks and being more efficient in my SAT prep. Whether it be meticulous test prep with Puneet sir in English or Pooja ma'am in maths, I found that LessonBoard not only met my expectations, but exceeded them. For all of my juniors who wish to give the SATs in the upcoming months, it's divided into 3 portions. Number 1, reading, number 2, writing, and number 3, math. Now, what I find most often with Indian students is that most of us struggle with the reading portion more than the others. And the one advice that I'll give you for the reading portion is to not worry about it, just practice. In my opinion, if you keep practicing and practicing until you meet the score expectations that you have from yourself, only then can you reach them. You can give 20 passages, you can give 40 passages, and with LessonBoard, you'll never find the shortage because of the abundance of resources that they have. So you can just keep practicing and practicing until you reach your goals. Second, with writing, in my opinion, the most important thing with writing is to just know the rules, just to know where to put a full stop, where to put a comma, where to put a colon, where to put a dash. And once you know all of those rules, you'll be fine. With maths, now this is the one section where students tend to get overconfident. In my opinion, there's just one advice I can give you. Don't treat silly mistakes as silly. What I found myself doing more often than not during mocks was that I used to just skim through the revision or skim through the answers and see that, oh, I made a silly mistake and move on, assuming that I won't make them on the SAT. But believe me, if you are making silly mistakes in your mocks, in all probability you will make them in the real SAT. So don't treat them as silly. Actually give time and effort and focus to make sure that those silly mistakes don't happen anymore. As far as the college application process goes, it might be a little cliche, but the biggest advice I can give y'all is to just start early. Join help, join a counselor, whatever it may be, as soon as class 11. Try to get your SAT and your other testing requirements done by class 11 and then try to focus on APs or research papers or whatever it might be that you might find is your passion early on in class 12. The last position you want to be in is that you got your essays pending and there's only one day left to the deadline or something of that sort. Another thing that I found with myself was that when you're applying to these colleges, once you've curated your college list, one of the most important things to do is to research on those colleges and find that one thing that is very, very important to them. For instance, what I found with Claremont McKenna is that they really value leadership a lot. You go to their website and you find leadership everywhere. And that's what you want to capitalize on. You want to write your essays on leadership and you want to bring out that personality from within through your Common App activity list or your essay or whatever it may be. And once you've figured out what that one thing is that the college values most and you curate your activity list and your essays in accordance to that, that will give you the edge that you need to get in. LessonBoard, as I previously said, not only met my expectations but more often than not exceeded them, and I would recommend LessonBoard for your SAT prep or be it whatever without any reservation to any of my juniors.